All right, so this video isn't like pretty much in the norm of what I normally do, but I've been wanting to do this video for honestly quite a long time. I'll tell you pretty much what it's about. I get a lot of comments about, wow, like how can you ride that much? Or recently on the Hayabusa, oh man, like I'm too old for that bike. You know, damn, you're 50 years old. Like, why are you going back to a sports bike? A lot of people that are writing these comments and emails and DMs and messages, I get thousands and thousands a month. And a lot are, like I just said, pertaining to how can you ride so many miles, or why are you on a sports bike at 50 years old? Well, why wouldn't you be able to ride a sports bike at 50 years old? When we go to these bikes and breakfasts, and I'm not joking, you can ask Sandy, Nadal, all the guys. When we go to the bikes and breakfasts in Palisades, New York, sometimes they show up, there's a group of guys that are well into their 70s and 80s, and I'm not kidding, wearing full leather suits on their sport bikes still, and they're in great shape, and that's the only way that you're going to do it. So I get a lot of messages, and I appreciate all the comments and messages and emails. A lot are from people that got injured or that are sick, and my videos, my riding videos, inspire them to get back up and out on a motorcycle, or if they are literally bedridden because of an injury or a related health issue, my videos kind of get them through. So I appreciate that. I get a lot of emails and messages about that. But in today's video, I want to tell you guys something that is, I think, overlooked in our genre, in the motorcycle genre. And it's not about keeping your motorcycle in the best condition, because I know you guys are. You guys love your motorcycles, and you guys want to keep your motorcycle in tip-top condition, right? You're always changing the fluids. You're always replacing brake pads. You're always doing whatever you have to do to keep your motorcycles in the tip-top best shape. But a lot of people are forgetting the most important thing: keeping yourself in tip-top shape, to be able to ride these things well into your 70s and 80s. Why not? So that's basically what today's video is about, because I think a lot of people tend to forget and kind of forget about the most important thing, and that is keeping themselves healthy. We're always keeping our motorcycles in tip-top shape because we love them, but we have to keep our own bodies, our own minds in tip-top shape. And in this video, I'm just gonna go over what I do at 50 years old. I'll be 51 in a couple months. I'm just gonna go over and let you guys know what I do, what I eat, how I work out. So this way you guys could ride well into your 70s and 80s. Why wouldn't you be able to ride a sports bike if you like it? I just got so many comments, honestly, and messages and emails like, you're 50 years old, man. Why did you buy a sport bike? I had to, and that's why I'm kind of making this video, because I understand obviously the comment, but I don't understand it, because why wouldn't you be able to ride a sport bike in your 50s? Why not? If you are in great shape and you feel young, why wouldn't you be able to ride any single motorcycle for any amount of distance? It doesn't matter. And obviously I know you guys love your motorcycles, and I know you guys love to ride. And I think this video is really important to understand. If you don't take care of this right here, it doesn't matter how well you're going to be able to take care of these things, you're not going to be able to ride them, because you forgot and you neglected to take care of the most important thing, which is yourself. So let's get into it. All right, so I'm at the gym. So basically, years ago, ever since I was young, I always did free weights, dumbbells, barbells, but now I kind of been switching over a lot into the CrossFit stuff only because I used to go really heavy. I do have some shoulder issues and I tend not to go heavy anymore. So I'm we actually just started doing some CrossFit stuff, kind of an entire body routine workout. So I'll show you guys what I do, and I don't know, maybe you guys could implement it in any way if you guys like it. But again, I'm not a doctor. If you guys are planning on working out, definitely talk to your physician and make sure that you guys are fit and are healthy to do the stuff, I guess, that I'm doing. So, you know, definitely talk to your physicians first. But I'll show you guys what I do, and then we'll go back to the garage and I'll talk some more. All right, so what we normally do is we do 3 sets of bow ropes for a minute each. What are these things called again? Burpees with combination with weights, burpees. Then we do 3 sets of ball slams, right? Then we do 3 sets of the tire flip. This is 132 pounds. And then what else do? We do the Turkish get-ups, which are really difficult. I just started doing them. Farmer's carry, farmer's walk with the weights. And then I go over to, what is this called? I forgot. I guess ski machine, whatever. I do that. I'll show you guys how to do it. But basically what we do is kind of a circuit. We do 3 sets of each exercise. It basically hits the entire body. And trust me, I'm shot at the end of this. Oh, that's my sweetie pie right there. Oh my God. That is rough. Minute started.
You're fine, and then
Yeah.
you're like, oh, you're only halfway there.
Yep. Oh my God. That is horrible. Yeah, but it warms shoulders, your triceps, your biceps, and cardio all at once. Start at 35, yeah. Oh my God. That is rough. That is rough. So now we're gonna start with ball slams, shoulders, quads, legs, biceps. So you guys may ask how all of this is relevant to riding a motorcycle. It's very relevant. It's very important. Our motorcycles weigh how much? Over 800 pounds. You got your ultra limiteds, probably almost at 1,000 pounds. You got 2 up, you're probably looking at 1,200 pounds. So again, you wanna ask, why is this important? It's very important. Motorcycles are heavy. You have to be strong enough, obviously, to hold them up and to maneuver the bike. So it's super, super important. So now we're gonna start with ball slams. A phone fell. Huh? A phone fell off the bridge. Good for shoulders, legs, biceps, hamstrings, quads. So I want you guys to know, I know there's obviously a lot of you guys out there that can't do this stuff, whether it's probably due to maybe a medical issue or whatever, and I totally understand. This is kind of referring to the people to all of us, including myself, because I normally, and my wife knows this, I work out heavy for 2-3 years, then I slack off for a couple months. Then you see, obviously, results diminish, and then you start up again. That's kind of what happens to me. And then I go back into a heavy routine for a couple years. But for most of us, you have to just get out there and do it. And trust me, it will definitely lengthen the longevity of your riding career. So this is what we're gonna do next. And they're horrible. None of this is easy. But like I said, if you maintain your motorcycle, if you even maintain your body, 15%, 20%, as good as we all maintain and devote our time and love to our motorcycles, we're gonna be better and be able to ride way, way into our 70s and 80s. And that's what I plan on doing, even if it's a sport bike. These are all horrible, very kind of hard exercises, but oh geez, that is difficult. That is definitely difficult. I'm kind of slowly getting out of working out with dumbbells, barbells, because truth be told, once you start getting into your 40s and 50s, your joints aren't the same. And there really is no need to lift heavy weight. There's just no point. Not only that, the heavy weights take a tremendous toll on your joints and on your body. You could only handle it for so long. Look at Ronnie Coleman. He's amazing, but just destroyed his body. He was probably one of the strongest, probably the strongest bodybuilder to ever exist. But that heavy weight destroyed his joints. I'm at a point now where I got a bad shoulder every now and then. My joints start aching. This is the best routine for me moving forward. So you get on your motorcycle, on your 900-pound motorcycle, gotta lift it off the kickstand, turn the heavy handlebars, right? And even if you're riding hundreds and hundreds of miles, the worse shape you're in, you're gonna get fatigued faster. The better shape you're in, you're gonna be able to ride much longer. And then what if the bike starts going down? You're gonna need all that core strength, the arm strength, the leg strength to keep that bike upright, or to lift that bike up if in case it does fall over. Or if you're riding two up, you're gonna need that much more strength. So another thing I wanted to say is also when you guys are working out with weights and heavy weights, dumbbells, barbells, you guys aren't getting up your heart rate and cardio, and that's what I noticed about myself. I've been working out for years and years with weights, and if you take too long of a break in between sets, you're not raising your heart rate, you're not even doing cardio. So this routine is kind of both. It's weights, it's cardio. I'm pretty much right now, it feels like I just ran 5 miles. But not only I'm gonna get into what is important is not only being strong and being fit as far as cardio goes, we're gonna be talking about mobility, because I see a lot of people in their 30s, 40s, 50s, not even being able to lift their leg over to get onto the bike. They're pulling their pants up. You know, they're stepping on the peg to get on the bike. And that has everything to do with mobility. The older that we get, I noticed it myself, where how far can you, I can't do a split obviously, but I've started implementing more stretching into my routines because I notice the older I get, the tighter my body is getting, and that's when injuries occur, when you're too tight. So we're gonna go over that. And I just wanna bring this video to you guys. It's not to put anybody down, or it's not to say, you know, you gotta do that. I wanna inspire you guys to get back into shape. And if you're not already in shape, I'm not saying everybody's out of shape, but if you are feeling a certain way, and if you do want to, maybe if you used to be in shape and you want to get back into shape, hopefully this video will inspire you. But that's why I do it, because I want to stay fit. I'm going to be 51, like I said, this year. I want to stay fit, not only for my motorcycle, but for the number one reason is my family. I want to be around for a long time. I want to have fun with them. I want to be able to do things with them. And if you're not in shape, it kind of prohibits what you can and can't do with your family. If your kids, obviously, your kids are in their 20s and they want to do some cool stuff, and say you're not in the best of shape, maybe you're missing out. So I just want to stay as fit as possible. Like I said, not only for my family, but be able to ride my motorcycle and be healthy and happy on it, and be able to do all the miles that I want to do. And not only that, the more you take care of your body as far as what you eat, and we'll talk about that in mobility, but the better you eat, the healthier you eat, and trust me when I tell you, your mind is going to be a million times more focused, more clearer. You're not going to have brain fog, and that is a thing. If you don't eat healthy, you eat like a lot of carbohydrates and stuff like that, a lot of sugar, stuff like that, really, really bad. So it's not only for your body, it's for your noggin. So like this, I'll show you a little small clip of a video. I guess it was about a little over 2 years ago, me on the bench, 2.25, repping it for like 12 times. I think I was able to do it like 16 times back then. But what happened was, like I said, my shoulder, and believe it or not, bench is bad for your shoulder. So I had to stop doing benches and like really heavy weights and stuff like that because of my shoulder. Now it's actually better because I've been doing some exercises to actually help my shoulder, and now it's got like 90 to 95% better. So I'm kind of staying away from that aspect of working out and kind of switching over now in my 50s to a totally new concept. Another important thing, like I said, is mobility. Stretching right now at 50 and plus above, stretching is actually more important than working out, because I've noticed myself getting tighter. And like I said, that's where injuries happen. And also, I didn't tell you guys, but me and my wife been doing yoga for a couple years. And I'm not ashamed to say it. It's absolutely wonderful for relaxing, right? For relaxing, for stretching, for mobility. It is amazing. And when we get out of an hour-long yoga session, mind feels relaxed. I feel much more loose, limber, and believe it or not, the next day, super, super sore, because a lot of the moves are really, really difficult. But I've gotten better over the past couple years, and don't knock it until you try it. So what we're gonna do now is the tire flip. So this is 60 kilos, 132 pounds, and we're gonna be lifting it, tossing it over up to there, and tossing it over back. So this is good, again, shoulders, biceps, core, quads, hamstrings. It kind of hits the whole body. Very, very amazing exercise. Like I said, we just started this. I just started this a couple weeks ago, this CrossFit stuff. And let me tell you, I did it a week ago and I was literally sore for the entire week, because it hits muscle parts that you normally don't hit working out in the gym with free weights, dumbbells, and barbells. It's totally different experience, but I like it better because you hit all those other muscles that you normally don't. So let's do the tire flip. All right, Mrs. Cycle Fanatix is gonna show you guys how it's done. And also this video is not only to the men out there that watch my channel, to the ladies as well. I'm sure you guys, some of you, most of you have probably worked out maybe your entire lives from when we were young, right? Into your 20s and 30s. But then kind of life gets in the way, right? And then you kind of drop it and you stop. But you can't. Because it's the number one most important thing is our health. You got to get back into it. Dizzy. Oh, dizzy. Breathe.
Slam the camera.
So now we're gonna do farmer's carry, farmer's walk. Good for what? What's it good for?
Core.
Core, right?
Yep.
Very important. The core, our core, is one of the most important things. I've taken it for granted for a long time. But past couple years, my concept, my way of thinking about working out has changed. It's simple things, let me tell you. Like not being able to get down and tie your own shoe. I'm sure a lot of you guys are like that, where you have trouble bending down and tying your own shoe, or actually putting on some clothes. If you can't lift up your leg, that's all core. Simple things in life. Let's forget about the motorcycle. It's the simple things in life that if you don't keep yourself in shape, it's so difficult to do. The simple things. So how does this work?
You hold one heavy weight in one hand and you have to make sure you don't lean. You keep your core straight, upright,
Right.
and try to walk a straight line. Turn
Right.
around and
So
walk
if
back.
the weight is on that side,
Yeah.
your
You
muscles
don't
on
wanna
this
do
side.
this, you want to make sure you.
So the weight, if once the weight is on this side, it's these muscles that are holding your body straight. Is that correct?
Yep, that's it. And walk a straight line.
Nice.
You know, don't wobble. Don't let the weight do you up.
That's right. Any of you guys that are into construction, maybe spackling, whatever, carrying that big, heavy 5-gallon bucket of spackle, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I can feel my muscles right here, holding my body up. Anonymous biker, he's a big guy. He just don't want to show his muscles off, but he knows what I'm talking about. Mr. Robert Simmons, be the boss of your motorcycle. He's another big guy. Another thing I wanted to mention is what happens to a lot of people, including myself, is because I've started working out probably 13, 14 years old, always with the free weights, dumbbells, barbells, stuff like that. What happens is it gets boring. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. If you guys have been long life enthusiasts of staying in shape and stuff like that and working out, it gets boring. And this, isn't it? It's just such a nice change.
Makes the time go faster.
Makes the time go faster. We're already here for about an hour already, and it seems like it's only been 30 minutes. And not only I have a full body pump now. not only my biceps, my triceps, my whole body is pumped right now. I'm gonna finish it off on, I guess it's a ski machine, but that's gonna work. Some triceps, some back, and then pretty much, I don't know if we're gonna go on the treadmill, maybe do some abs, and then we're gonna take it back into the garage. I wanna finish talking about, I think, one of the most important topics that I probably talked about on this channel, and I honestly mean that. Oh my God, that sucks. That's horrible. But who said it was going to be fun? It's not about that. There's always a sacrifice, right? There's always a sacrifice. If you want something good, whether it's a lot of money or looking good or getting things you want in life, there's always a sacrifice. You got to work hard at it. Otherwise, you ain't getting nothing. Okay, so that concludes kind of our workout here. Just wanted to show you what I've been doing, what works for me. This may not necessarily work for you, and I would recommend, like I said, definitely seeing a doctor before getting checked up before you start any physical fitness activities, routines, workouts, whatever, because I am not a doctor. I'm just telling you guys what works for me. And that ends because I wanted to show you guys like what I've been doing. I tried to work out at least 5 days a week, at least 5 days, taking 2 days off and switching it up, doing something different. We still obviously hit the free weights, barbells, dumbbells, stuff like that. But right now I'm starting to, like I said, implement this CrossFit stuff into our workouts because it just gets so damn boring doing the same routine over and over again. And that's what happens to a lot of people. When they get bored, they tend to stop. So if you don't want to stop, switch it up, do something different in the gym. Don't be closed-minded. If you see someone doing something different, try it out. Why not? Just like motorcycles, try everything. Like I told you guys before in the past, keep an open mind. Because honestly, years ago, I looked at CrossFit and said, how could that really be as good as, free weight workouts? And it is. You see these guys doing CrossFit these days, they are impeccable shape, remarkable, amazing shape. And I think they are actually in way better shape, 10 times more better shape than a person that just does dumbbells, free weights, barbells, stuff like that, hits the gym. Because this is so much cardio involved that, trust me when I tell you, the guy that's, working out heavy, he won't even be able to walk as far, run as fast, or do just heavy physical activities for a long period of time, like these CrossFit guys do, and women. It really is amazing. Spin class, if you ever heard of spin class, I've tried that a couple times. It looks silly maybe to a lot of you. You look through the window at the gym and you look at them on their bikes. It is one of the most difficult things that I've ever done, is taking a spin class. It is not easy. Anyway, we're gonna head back home and we're gonna stretch actually first, because like I said, that's a really important thing, is to stretch. Because I said mobility, very, very important, because that's when actually people get hurt. If the bike's falling over and you go to like grab it, you could tweak something really bad. That's how people get hurt. That's how they hurt their backs, pull a hamstring, pull something in their side obliques, or even in their arms or shoulders. If you don't have the correct mobility, or don't have any, because as we get older, we get tighter. And that's when you start hurting yourself. And I also wanted to say, just like when we were in our 20s, I could have probably went honestly on my bike from here to California and back, 6,000 miles straight. honestly. I'm sure you guys agree. But now as you get older, I can't do that. I can't do that. It's difficult. Even our almost 6,000 mile Sturgis trip, that's difficult. But you will be able to ride more if you are in better shape. You may say, well, how does that help? It does help. Not only to lift the bike, whatever, and to steer the bike, but you just get fatigued. You get fatigued staying up. The better your body is in shape, the longer you're going to be able to stay on that motorcycle without getting fatigued. 100%. I'm going to take it back in the garage, guys. I know this video was totally different, out of the norm, but I honestly wanted to make this video probably for about a year, because I just think it's so important. We all love our motorcycles. We want to ride our motorcycles. But yet, like I said before, we tend to neglect the most important thing, and that is our health, our physical being, our mental being. And that is, and let me tell you, you take care of your physical part, the mental aspect goes with it. If even like we ride, right? We ride, a lot of us do. And trust me, I'm there with you guys. A lot of us ride because of, say, depression, or just to get on the bike, forget about things. Trust me, I'm there with you. But working out and keeping physically fit will help your mind as well. Because when I work out, I feel a million times better when I get out of the gym, because you just get rid of that like bad energy and that tension and that stress, the yoga, the stretching. I'm telling you, man, I'm telling you. So I know a lot of you people have probably been working out also really long and then just let it go because of whatever life, life has its things, right? Kids and work and this and that, I'm too busy. But try to find the time, even a half an hour. I'm telling you, even a half an hour, 45 minutes, 1 hour a day, 4 or 5 days a week. You don't have to go crazy. Don't look at these like Instagram posts and YouTube videos where you got to work out 7 days a week. I'm telling you, it's just a couple days a week that you have to implement back into your life. But when I get back into the garage, I'm going to talk about a few other things, because without those other things, what we showed you here in the gym doesn't mean anything. Back in the garage. Amazing workout. Amazing workout. So the last thing I wanted, there's 2 more pieces to this puzzle that are super important. And that is what you eat and drinking alcohol. Huge factors, because if these 2 parts are not right, doesn't matter what you do in the gym.
Every man for himself. The Rock says this, Michael Cole, jabroni. How do you feel about the match?
Well, I think
it doesn't matter how you feel.
It doesn't matter how much you run, how much you exercise, how much you lift weights. These 2 things will kind of ruin it for what you did, the gains that you tried to achieve in the gym. And by that, I mean, you have to have a healthy diet. And the things you do when you're in your 20s, 30s, and 40s are definitely going to pass on well into your 50s, 60s, and 70s. Meaning, you have to eat healthy. There is no point not eating healthy, a healthy diet. Going to the gym and busting your ass for an hour, 2 hours, hour and a half, whatever it is, running, whatever you do to stay fit, it doesn't make any sense if you don't have a clean and healthy diet. You will never achieve what your goals are if you're not eating properly. I see it way too many times in the past. People spend their entire lives in the gym, working out hour, 2 hours in the gym, but they look the same 10, 15, 20 years down the road. And that's all due to because they don't have a proper diet. Working out is only like literally 10, 15, 20% of the battle. Having a proper diet, not drinking alcohol, and sleep, those are basically like 80% of what it takes to actually be in shape and to stay fit and to stay healthy. So again, I'm not telling you guys what you should eat. Whatever diet it is like there's like a million diets out there. But me personally, I know throughout the course of a long time that my body works best on a low carbohydrate diet. So I basically do keto diet. So I tend not to take in almost any carbohydrates throughout the day, meaning like I'll stay away from pasta, bread, rice, definitely no cakes, no sugar, stuff like that. I eat a high protein diet with a lot of fruits and vegetables, and I get my carbohydrates from those fruits and vegetables. So you could literally like not even work out. As long as you eat super clean and super healthy, you're going to look great. I promise you that. So that is like definitely another very huge, more important thing about staying in shape is watching what you eat. You definitely have to stay away from the sugars, the salt, stuff like that. That's just horrible. The processed stuff, horrible, absolutely horrible. Go look at a video on YouTube how they actually make a hot dog, and I guarantee you, you might never eat one again. I'll occasionally indulge in one, but every time I go to pick one up, it always brings me back to that video I see how they make a hot dog, and it's just absolutely insanely gross. And then the next thing is like, I don't drink, and I'm not telling you guys, hey, stop drinking or don't have fun. It's not about that. I'm just telling you guys for myself. It just doesn't fit in to my lifestyle because I wake up at 5 a.m. every day. I'm like up, ready to go. I don't know if it's OCD, whatever the hell you want to call it, but if I can't just sit on the couch. I can't just sit and do nothing. I have to always be doing something because if not, I just don't feel productive. And by drinking alcohol, that totally negates all the gains you try to attain in the gym. It totally negates your healthy eating choices because it just destroys your metabolism. I'm not the first one to say this, but I do just want to mention this, obviously, because like I said, in the past, that's why I'm making this video, is because there is no reason why you can't ride that friggin' beautiful Hayabusa in your 50s, 60s, and 70s. There's no reason why. And that's why, like I said, I see a lot of comments there. Oh, you're 50 years old. You're back on a sports bike. I'm in my 40s and I can't ride sports bikes anymore. I mean, if, like I said before, if you have something, a medical issue, I understand that. I absolutely understand that. But if there is nothing wrong with you and the only excuse you have because, why you can't get onto or ride a motorcycle for long periods of time or even ride a motorcycle, period, for that matter, or get onto a sports bike or an ADV bike or a dirt bike, man, I'm telling you, that is not the way to look at things. You really have to get back and take care of yourself before we take care of these amazing, amazing machines, and take care of ourselves for our families so we could ride a long time. We could take care of our families and do things with our families for a really, really long time. But like I said before, when we used to drink, right, when we're in our teens and 20s and 30s, you could drink till 3, 4 a.m. in the morning, get up at 7 a.m. the next day, go to work, and not even think twice about it, and probably do the same thing that same night. So, when you start getting into your 40s and your 50s and your 60s, you drink, you guys know, it takes a very, very long time to recover, days. It's not the same as when you were obviously younger in your teens, 20s, and 30s. So it just, like I said, it just does not fit into my lifestyle anymore. I want to be healthy. I want to work out. I want to be able to ride. I want to have a clear mind, and just drinking alcohol it gives you brain fog, and that is a thing. Go look it up. You don't think clearly, you don't see clearly, you don't feel good. It just, like I said, if you guys obviously drink in moderation, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not telling you guys to stop drinking, but I'm just telling you guys about myself and how I run my show. Doesn't necessarily mean you have to do the same thing, but I just want to inspire you guys to, like I said, not only take care of your bikes, but take care of yourself. It means so much, and you will definitely be able to ride sports bikes well into your upper ages, and you're gonna definitely be able to straddle this motorcycle and ride it and be more comfortable with your motorcycle, not getting the fatigue and being able to manhandle this machine at 800-900 pounds. And I know, trust me, I know a lot of you guys have been probably serious into working out, you just kind of lose it. And trust me, it happened to me in the past. And by keeping the workouts and everything new and fresh, that's how you keep it more fun, more real, and you tend not to kind of walk away from it. So that's why I bought the Hayabusa, because I'm gonna be 51 this year, and I feel like I'm in my 20s. I'm 6 foot 2 inches tall, 215 pounds, 32-inch waist. I wear a size 32-inch pants. I just feel great. I could run 5 miles. I could do sprints with my kids. I could run whatever. I could still do it. And I'm gonna do it for as long as possible. Try to be fit, try to be healthy. And hopefully this inspires you guys a little bit, even a little tiny bit will make a difference. So thanks for watching, guys. I know this video is not the norm, but I hope it helps. All right, guys, love you guys. And that's another reason why I want to tell you this, because I love you guys. I appreciate every single one of you guys. And it means a lot to me that you guys are healthy. And when I see you guys at these bike rallies, that you guys are healthy, in the tip-top shape, you guys are riding your motorcycles and nothing is stopping you. I'll see you guys later.